Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hongpot Chamrung, and today I would like to present the development of smart navigation aid system display using the RT thread. This project is focusing on improving the monitoring, reliability, and maintainability of aeronautical navigation aid system by integrating the modern embedded system, industrial communication interface, and real-time software technology into a single intelligent monitoring system. Today, the topic that we will cover is start with the abstract and hardware design, software architecture, and finally, we open the floor for question and suggestion. In the aviation system, they have a navigation equipment like IRS, this one, IRS is this one, and DVOR is this one, and DME. DME is also allocated with the DVOR and IRS system and ADB is the conventional one, the old one of the navigation radio. Are the critical for a safe aircraft operation. The current monitoring framework are backed by fragment protocol, limited scalability, and complex manual maintenance. This project brings this gap by introducing a smart status display system. It unifies all legacy interface under a single framework, delivering the two real-time tracking, centralized data monitoring, and integrate remote diagnosis. So our system is support a lot of the modern and the old protocols, such as the input is also support like RS485, RS232, or drive contact or something TCP/IP, and we convert all of these protocol to modern communication protocol such as like MQTT, COAP, or something. Inside the system, we also have a built-in test system that for the engineer for maintenance or troubleshooting and support the integrate or the new of the navigation aid system in the future. First of all, we want a high performance foundation that can easily to scale and accommodate a future navigation aid system or communication technology introduced to the airfield. So in this project, we also have two major components. The one is the main unit on the left-hand side. The main unit is used to collect the data from the DVOR or navigation system equipment. And the second one is remote status unit is on the right-hand side. The remote status unit is used to display the status that collect from the main unit. The air traffic controller will see the remote status unit to see the status of the navigation equipment that is alarm or normal, that is used to control the aircraft. This architecture enables centralized monitoring while still have a support remote control operation display. So this is a hardware architecture of the main unit. Mostly on the right-hand side is called RCSU. It stands for the remote control and status unit from the manufacturer of the navigation aid equipment inside the airport. All of that have a output interface like RS485 or RS232 or drive contact. we can collect the navigation aid status by connecting this data to the main unit. The main unit will have a subcard that correct the data from this remote control status unit and use microcontroller to read and encrypt all this data to send to the centralized by MQTT, or they have some data that to show to air traffic controller by send via WebSocket. We will expand this later. We design the hardware in like a modular that can plug in and plug out easily, because if we have a new interface for the remote status control unit, we can simply design only a subcard and replace the new one into the system. Also, the main processor we also have use the ArcPi from the RTTest that we use a modular plugin. So if the main processor is have a problem, we can easily replace. So the one key of engineering approach used in this project is modular hardware design. The main board is content of the main processor, internet controller, and LCD touch display, and multi-expandable subcard. So it's for easy maintenance, hardware security, and simplified upgrade. This is a ArcPi that from the architect that we also have a board support package for this board inside the Architect Studio. Everyone can easily develop this board with Architect. It's based on STM32H750 and it's based on Cortex M7. It have a high speed 480 megahertz and 1 megabyte of RAM. It also have a NOR flash inside. So this if you want to build anything based on Architect and you want to use a very high performance, you can use this board to build your own project. So this is a PCB for the main unit. You can see we designed the subcard that can easily replaceable. If like in this one, in the subcard number 1, we use dry contact interface for subcard number 1, and number 2 we use the RS485 interface for subcard number 2. If you want create another subcard for 3, 4, 5, you can create new one in the future. You don't have to redesign this all. And the main processing unit, we also use the ArcPi for like a modular plugin for easy replaceable if the main processing unit is have problem. We also have a Ethernet port for cloud connectivity and display all of the status. Let's talk about the subcard. To safeguard the system lighting and over voltage protection, we use the isolation design to protect the equipment from the lighting or surge. Is very critical because we work with the air traffic controller. If you know, if like something like a surge or something high power that maybe cause the entire system is down. And also for the direct contact subcard, we rely on 2.5 kilovolt isolate transceiver and transformer driver. It includes robust 15 kilovolt ESD protection. same as all of the equipment we must isolate because we want our equipment to break down when the surge is occur. For the controller for the sub card, we use the STM34 STM4 F411. It's running at 100 megahertz, and we use the direct memory asset for the read data from the remote status and control unit from the manufacturer. This is a picture of the PCB. So you can see the left-hand side is the non-isolate barrier, and right-hand side is isolate barrier that connect to the output. So left and right side is not connected directly. It's connect via the isolation chip in the between two barrier. IO is the same as RS4 F5. For the RSU unit is just has a Ethernet input for the communication and LCD screen for the display. We also design is like a modular design, like you can plug in the archive to the main board and easy to replaceable. Okay, let's talk about software. Instead of the traditional bare metal firmware, we use the RT-Test as the operation system. The RT-Test is provide the real-time scheduling and tiny memory footprint, pre-integration network, and OTA framework. This modular approach radically simplify how to manage the complex multitasking. It ensure the hardware can simultaneously process field serial input and active Ethernet networking and responsive GUI display and secure remote upgrade the firmware without the resource contention. So mostly we develop this project in the RT-Test Studio, and we utilize the LWIP for the efficiency at TCP/IP networking, and we use the TouchGFX from ST Microelectronics for graphical framework. For the utility for testing project, we have our own create for package testing and use the standard SNTP data testing. And if you want to check some data, you can use the Wireshark for testing. For web application, for config and status, we use WebNet. You can simply enable this package inside the RT-Test Studio. So this is a picture show the real-time status of each equipment. You can simply manage by web application by type the IP of the main unit or RSU unit into your web browser, and you can check the real-time status of it. For send the real-time status from the main unit to RSU unit, or send the real-time status from the main unit to web application. So we use the Mongoose. Mongoose is also the support the RT-Test originally. You don't have to modify or something. You just define the RTOS that you want to use and config a little bit. So, and you can use the WebSocket to send the real-time data between all of them. For central monitoring, we use the MQTT to send the data to centralized because we want to know all the area of the navigation equipment in like in the Thailand, or the area of in Thailand, or navigation equipment is also work properly. You can simply watch by create a centralized dashboard at by subscribe the status topic at MQTT. So you can simply show the status of all equipment in the one country. This we use the PAHO MQTT. It's also the library that include the RT thread. Next one is very important because we want to ensure that the data that we send from the main unit to the centralized or RSU unit is correctly. So we have to real time. We have to want to time that very precise. So we use the NTP. That is also enabled in RT Thread Studio. So this is like a debug application also that show the status of the last sync time of the NTP RTC time inside the main processor and the debug code that's used to debug what is problem about the NTP server. For the firmware upgrade, the system also support the firmware upgrade with both main processor and subcard. The future is include the OTA firmware upgrade, web-based upgrade management, and UART bootloader upgrade and RT-Thread OTA packet support. So for the main unit, we use ArcPy. ArcPy is also support the Architect OTA upgrade by it also have a board support package for this. So you simply just select open the RT OTA packaging to .exe and you select the bin file. It will convert to RTBL file. After that, you just upload this file via the web application interface, and this will write. After that, it will reboot to QBoot bootloader, and QBoot bootloader will check that file is correctly, and it will write from the downloader partition to run partition. For the subcard program, we use the inside the STM chip is already have a bootloader that can trick by you use a boot pin. So if you want to write the subcard via UART, you can learn by use the bootloader that already integrate inside STM32F4 chip. So we have the web application, the interface that simply upload binary file and select the card that you want to upload and just press update firmware. This will automatically update the subcard firmware. And for the graphical interface that we use to develop in this project, we use TouchGFX from ST to create the GUI. So we provide the real-time status visualizing inside this display and real-time alarm notification and touchscreen interaction. So user like air traffic controller can see the status of the navigation aid equipment at the real time. It also have an interaction with engineering if the equipment have a problem. We also have the system log that log the information about the navigation aid equipment have problem or something, and the main unit and RS unit problem also. And user, we have simply provide a console for the engineering to check this and debug the error that occur inside the system. In summary, this system is successful paired with a reliable real-time operating system with highly scalable. Isolated hardware is being the legacy net equipment with modern central telemetry. Thank you for your time for listening and